Why is it so important to be grateful? I'm going to say hello to each and every one of my inner circles and super chatters, and also the people that are in chat. And we'll get started just in a few seconds. So, hi, James. Hi, Bill. Hi, Arthur, Craig, John. Hi, Kai, Jerome, Pat, Sarah, Randy, Jody, Sandy, Craig, Karen, welcome each and every one of you. A few seconds away. We'll wait a couple more seconds. You see the IC next to people that's my beloved inner circle. And I just love and appreciate you guys all. Hi, Scott McKinney. Great to have you guys on here. And let's get started. Hello, my name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today is what is the importance of being grateful? I remember like it was yesterday. When you hang around people that are full of joy, full of love, full of fulfillment, and everything's going great for them. I think it's interesting that the word great and grateful. And so, me, I had every reason in the world. You guys can read my free story as howisitworking.com. You go to roberthollis.com/free and you get a copy of the best-selling book, and it's free. And I'm grateful for Max Miller helping me create that book. And, in that book, when I first started finding people that said, hey, you know what? You need to be appreciative of everything. You need to be thankful for everything. You should focus on being grateful. Write down, everything you're grateful for. When you right before when you get up, think about things that you're grateful for, and then write those down. Write the things you're grateful down in your grateful journey. And when I first heard all this, I was going like, oh my God, all this personal positive thinking, da 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 da. Um, the crazy thing about thinking like that is how I thought is everything in my life at that time was awful. You know what I mean? I didn't have good relationships. I hadn't learned how to be a good husband or a good boyfriend or a good father. I was victimitis. I had someone to blame for everything. I just had felt that I got dealt a bad hand, got taken away from my parents when I was really, really young. And see, I had all these thoughts in my mind of what the hell do I have to be grateful for? You know, no one cares. No one really gives a rip. I don't have any reasons to be grateful. And I can remember that kind of concept all the time, even though, from a point of view, a lot of people, I had what a lot of people have been praying for, you know, a good paying job, a roof over my head, food in my mouth, a vehicle, insurance, bills caught up. See, it's bizarre that I wasn't grateful for anything. So even though I was making more money and going up the ranks as an auto mechanic one day to be a crew chief, it's like I couldn't even celebrate that I had, scored very high on my test, became a master automotive technician. I graduated top of my class at the North Dakota State College of Science. I got 70 job offers, had a company that would pay for my moving out to California to work with them. See, everything for me was entitlement. Do you guys know any people like that? It's just all entitlement. It's like, I deserve this and I deserve more. I deserve this and I deserve more. And I deserve this and I do deserve more. Of course, when all that got taken away from me, so I get hurt. And now I have a doctor tell me I can't be a mechanic. I'm on workman's comp. I go from taking home 3,000 to 900. Now the bank's taking everything because I'm getting 3 and 4 months behind payments on everything. I don't feel like I can properly take care of my son because I don't have electricity. So I send him back to stay with his mom, and she abandoned us. And then I look at Terry, my wife. We've been together for 40 years, but at that time, I had told her, listen, I don't deserve you because I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel, oh, woe is me. Why does all this bad stuff happen to me? And so I tell her, I get her a ticket and fly her back to Montana when I'm staying in California. So then I get a loan on my car, and it's a used car. It's the only car I owned outright. And then I'm behind payments on that. And I'm just like, it's like, why do people, when things are not going good for them, why did they just make it worse? Well, it can't get worse than this, or bad things happen in threes. Everything bad happens to me. Sort of like Pigpen, with Peanuts walking around, there's this giant cloud around you. And, I pray that this doesn't happen to you. But when everything got stripped from me, including my identity, and I'm in a dark apartment, with a flashlight, and, I cried out. It was one of the very first times that I've ever sort of cried out and asked for help, because I just believed that there was a higher power out there. Maybe that could work. And like I write about in my book, um, it took me to be that humbled, for me to be open-minded, to be willing to try anything. And so you guys know the story. It's in the book. Sean reaches out to me, says, I met this guy that's making 62 grand. He's just a little older than us. And I'm like, I want to meet him. My life was so hopeless. I just was, I'm not, I don't have an ego. I'm not saying I've heard of these things, or I wasn't prejudging stuff. It was like I was so stripped of ego, edging God out. I was so stripped of everything that I just was asking for help. And so when Sean reached out to me and said, I want to introduce you to this guy, I said, I'll come pick you up and I'll go out there. And you guys all know, if you know this, sometimes I always say this, that, quote unquote, a person that's in the water doesn't know that they're a water. A fish that's in water doesn't know it's in water. And so I had no doubts whatsoever, that I didn't know the right things. So when I met my mentor, he could hear me talking about, "Oh, I don't know, I don't know anybody. I don't have any friends. I can't see how this can work for me, and bad things. I probably fell at this too." And he knew right away. He knew right away that he was going to give me an assignment. So he told me to get this book, The Greatest Miracle in the World by Og Mandino. And Craig is so amazing. He'll probably post below here. And, he told me, Robert, you got to go get this book and you got to read it and call me back. And the book rocked me forever. The reason that it rocked me is I realized that I was stealing my joy, stealing my love, stealing the concept of how blessed and grateful I was. And so when the book started saying, why aren't you grateful that you can see? Why aren't you grateful that you can hear? The words "I love you" or a child's giggle. That you can see a rainbow, that you can see sunlight. Why aren't you grateful that you're able to, communicate and say the words "I love you"? Why aren't you grateful for that? Why aren't you grateful for touch so you can feel a hug? You know, and I'm like, our touch, feel a kiss. It's like, wow, I didn't realize that I had been programmed to just basically constantly look for reasons why not. It was like, I don't understand how this would work. I don't know why this would work for me. I don't know why this is happening. And it also puts you in a place where you always feel like you don't have enough, like you don't have enough. Zafar, that I see on the chat here, he's probably reached out to me 20 times. And he's always asking for help. He always says that he can't do it. He always says that, he is one of these people that, he constantly needs help. He doesn't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. And it's just like when you got people like that, it's like you can't help them. They got to help themselves. And so when I started reading this book, it broke me down, and I called my mentor and I said, "Thank you so much." And he said, "Well, hey, listen, if you learn to write things down that you're grateful for." And me in the morning, now my morning routine, when I pray, I start my pray with thanks. Thanks for everything. Thanks for this home. Thanks for, the business. Thanks for Terry and Matthew and Kyle. Thanks for my inner circle, Hannah and Amy and Ryder and Olive, and thank you for, all the business, and Josh and Jenna and Craig and Melody, and thank you for all my inner circle. It's like when I'm really, really, really doing that, it puts me in a grateful mood. It puts me in a happy, joyous mood. I feel like, because I'm grateful, I feel loved. It makes me powerful. And then I want to share that with other people. So whenever I get in the mode of how grateful I am, I immediately get in my mind that I need to give back. I need to give people the same secrets as my mentor did me. But it's got to be at the right people at the right time. It's got to be for the people that want to listen. It's got to be for people that, wow, why would this guy show me his documentation and then show me that it could be done? Why would they do that? See, if you're critical and you're skeptical and you're always waiting for someone to give you a hand, instead of looking at the end of your arm and you see a hand. See, the way to be grateful is then to give that gratefulness and thankfulness to others. So if people are not doing that for you, I just love and appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. I believe that you can do whatever you set your mind to. So I got taught some secrets 37 years ago on not only how to make an impact, but also how to change people's lives the same way my mentor changed mine. Unfortunately, most people just will not believe, have faith, and go into action. So I got to consistently look for those that do. So would you do me a huge favor? Share this video, become grateful. I love and appreciate you. And if no one's giving you permission to be happy and successful, let me be the first to do it for you. They did it for me. So God bless, and talk to you soon.